So in this clip now we're going to be speaking about metaphysical principles of Reiki. Many of you familiar with Reiki have heard of the Usui Reiki principles that are there as kind of spiritual guides, support to help us lead a more peaceful or harmonious life. Those ideas of things like, just for today I will not worry, just for today I will not be angry. So those are kind of self-help principles that are part of the Reiki tradition. However, the principles that I'll be covering here are metaphysical principles that govern consciousness and energy, how things in our reality manifest. So these are important ideas as we understand what's happening as we provide Reiki treatments, so that we can get the optimal results or benefits from this practice. The first principle is the idea of attention. There's a saying, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So wherever we place or focus our attention, we're actually bringing energy to that, whatever it might be. When we're focusing in a particular area of our body, we're actually directing additional energy toward that area of our body. When we do this, there are often very tangible effects. So if you bring a lot of focus or attention to your hands, you may notice that you'll feel more energy pulsing into your hands. The blood flow will increase there. The actual physical volume of your hands may increase slightly. As you do that, you may feel some heat, some warmth or tingling there in your hands, which comes from that buildup of energy. We can bring our attention to anywhere, to any place, to any object, anything in reality. And as we carry our focus of attention toward that, we're carrying the flow of energy toward that. So in Reiki, we work with the hands because the hands are there as natural tools, natural resources that we're all born with for healing. The hands represent giving and receiving. So in our everyday life, we are giving and receiving energetically or in practical ways. We may be lending someone a hand, so to speak, helping them out. We may be taking someone's hand, someone who's guiding us or showing us or leading us in some way. So all these different types of energy interactions and exchanges are occurring. And with Reiki, we're using the hands to focus the healing energy, or we could say to focus the spiritual life force energy with the intention for healing. That brings us to this concept of intention. It's said that we have this power of intention. Many of you have heard that phrase, and we're going to look in a practical way at what it actually means or represents. Intention is the way we focus our creative thought power. So whenever you imagine or envision something, you wish for or desire something, you're actually creating this wave or ripple in the fabric of reality. You're broadcasting that thought or intention. So in Reiki, we have the fundamental intention to help facilitate healing. Healing is something that could mean different things to different people, or they could manifest in different ways. Sometimes healing could be on a physical level. Sometimes healing might be emotional or spiritual. So we don't have to know exactly how this healing will appear or how it will manifest. We just have the intention to help facilitate healing in whatever manner or form may be for the highest or greatest good for whomever is receiving that energy or healing treatment. So in Reiki, we don't need to have a more specific intention. We can just have this general desire to support the healing process. In the realm of metaphysics, people have a variety of practices where they are using the power of intention, where they're focusing their will, their desire or wishes. Some of those practices involve rituals where you're trying to build up energy and then combine that energy with your focus or desire. People who do different types of magical practices, even some common religious rituals and prayers are really functioning in that way. So the fundamental metaphysics that govern all of these things are really the same universal principles. People just have different traditions, different exercises or rituals they use to harness those metaphysical powers or potentials. So that's kind of an overview of what intention is, how intention works, and how it fits into a Reiki practice. The next metaphysical principle or concept that I'll be covering now is the concept of resonance. Resonance is something that's part of everyday life. We're forming energetic connections with different people, different phenomena, and we could be open to something and really well in resonance with it, or we actually may be resisting something or tuning something out, so bringing our energy away from something to avoid being in resonance with it. If we think about a lot of our modern technology, we have these different frequency-based technologies, things that connect on a wireless level, where there are these frequencies and wavelengths of energy that are being broadcast, and that broadcast can be received by some other device that's operating in the same frequency range. If it's not operating in the same frequency range, it won't have any resonance there, won't be able to access that energy or information that's being transmitted. So for things to function and connect and influence one another, for some reception of something to occur, some type of resonance needs to occur. In Reiki and other healing practices, the person who's sharing or transmitting that energy is going into resonance with whomever or whatever may be receiving that treatment. So we want to create a good connection with whomever we might work with, to build rapport with them, to create comfort or trust in our relationships. And then on an energetic level, as the practitioner, you're bringing your full awareness into your field of energy and feeling how your energy field is resonating with the energy field of the other person. As human beings, we're generally operating with the same range of frequencies, so we can pretty easily connect with and interact with other people and have some influence or effect upon their energy. Even without doing energy healing, we'll observe this in many different human social interactions, where a person may have a strong charisma, their energy is really very powerful or expansive, they project themselves well, and they tend to have a lot of impact on people in their environment. Whether that impact may be beneficial or not is another question to consider, but just the fact that they have that strong field of energy that they're projecting means that they have the potential to influence others. We each also have the power to open up or close in our energy in that sense, to allow outside influences to impact us, or to isolate ourselves more and not allow those external energies to have an impact. Resonance is very important in any healing process, since if we're not allowing something to influence us or impact us, if we're using our own power and our own intention or free will to override those external influences, then they're not going to influence us. And if it's in the healing context, it won't really be able to benefit us if we're not allowing that. So all kinds of energies could be coming through our aura, passing through our energy field, but if we don't go into resonance with it, if we don't open up to that affecting us, then it may just pass through and not leave much of an impression. As healing practitioners, you're building up your energy field, you're creating a more powerful, more coherent energy field so that you can have the potential to uplift the energy, to help support the balancing or expansion of the energy for others. So the more you can do to transform your own energy into a more healthy and empowered state, the more you could potentially assist others. As we use this resonance process in a Reiki treatment, we can often feel what's happening as our energy is interacting with the energy field of the person we're working with. We might feel a resistance where there's some type of density or stress in their energy field or energy flow, and this more healthy, powerful energy that we're sharing is, in a sense, connecting with or meeting that resistance until the resistance is able to release, to subside or let go, to allow this energy to come through. So different things could be perceived or experienced as we're doing this practice. I hope that this discussion of these concepts of attention, intention, and resonance gives you some support or guidance about how you're practicing energy healing, how you can go forward doing Reiki for yourself and others. For those that are interested in this topic, that would like to learn more about Reiki, energy healing, and holistic wellness, I invite you to view my website, phinsights.com. You'll find more resources and links there, and you can find out about the healing sessions and workshops that I provide. For now, I'd like to wish each of you a wonderful day. Namaste.